Yeah, it seemed like every moment of this movie, from the start to the end, was just nonstop satisfying. Let's just keep going, keep going, keep going. Please don't stop. This movie could have been like 4 hours long.
Oh.
Hey everybody, I'm Red.
And I'm Lumii.
And today we're going to be reviewing and ranking the original 8 Harry Potter movies.
It should be a lot of fun.
Yep, we're going to work our way up from the first one to the 8th one. Each of us giving our own rankings and reviews along the way. So let's get to it. Let's see how our rankings compare against each other.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So first off, let's get started with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or the Philosopher's Stone, whichever you prefer. I don't really care.
All in all of them, by the way, are great movies. There's not really a stinker in the bunch. The ranking from 1 to 8 is probably the most minuscule decimal point. Probably the closest rankings we'll do, but it's still going to be out there.
Yeah, I think I can safely say we both love all these movies.
Oh, for sure. So first up, we have the Sorcerer's Stone. A lot of nostalgia there. I was still in school myself, reading the books and going back and forth with my friends, which is why, for me, it's ranked number 3. How about you?
Rank number 5 for me.
Ooh.
So we're both kind of in the same spectrum, kind of in the middle, I guess.
Yeah.
You're a little bit higher than me. What are some of your reasons for putting it so high?
For me, it was... You get to be introduced. It's the introduction to this whole magical world. You get to see everything. You get to see flying all of it is brand new. Everything is fresh.
Yep, you get to learn with the character.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
You get to go to school with them.
Experience it all through kind of Harry's eyes and kind of learn all the magical rules and the world building. I definitely can't hate it. It's a lot of fun. It's just kind of one of those experiences that you'll never forget. It's got this childlike whimsy that I feel like none of the other movies quite capture. They kind of get more serious and serious throughout.
So another great thing about the first one is their casting abilities.
Undeniable. The actors aren't the best in this movie, which might be one of the reasons why I put it a little bit lower than you. But yeah, they definitely set themselves up with success. I don't think there's a bad casting choice in the bunch.
And you get to watch them all grow, and you basically grow up with them, kind of. Some of us.
Yeah, you get to experience life and death with a lot of them. You get to go, it's just undeniably good casting.
Absolutely.
From Harry to Severus Snape to even Dumbledore. It's incredible.
Malfoy, Neville, come on! This is great.
Another reason why I put it at number 5 is I don't think it has quite the impactful story that the rest of them have. You kind of have to, you're kind of working your way into the world. You don't have quite these great stakes.
Yeah,
I mean, you do with Voldemort possibly coming back, but it's still, you got this childlike innocence. We haven't gotten to the death and destruction, horrifying darkness of the world.
Yeah, not yet.
But for the most part, it is absolutely really fun and whimsical, and I don't think you can deny that one bit.
No.
So it's definitely not the bottom tier.
Nope.
So number 5 for me, and?
Number 3.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. So, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Where do you have it ranked?
I've got it on number 6.
Number 6? I have it ranked 3, so we kind of swapped the first and second movies in our ranking.
We switched there, huh?
Yeah. Fair enough. I have to put it above the first movie because it's got the same whimsy and fun and just childlike innocence of the first movie, but it gets a little bit darker, more serious, and we don't have to waste time learning the rules. It's already established. We're in Hogwarts. We know the characters. We know the magic. Let's go. Harry actually does a few spells in this movie. I think. I don't remember. At least one, I believe. He uses a sword, at least.
For me, it was number 6 because there was a lot more plot holes. Why is there a girl in the bathroom that had no idea where this snake is coming from, that died from this current snake? What? And why has Dumbledore not heard of this monster that's living in this castle for its whole life? There was just a lot of plot holes for me. And I didn't understand why there's little kids going out to the forest by themselves, separating from the adults in the magic most dangerous forest.
Right. Good idea, Hagrid. Maybe Dumbledore was justified in sending you to Azkaban in that movie. Which, when you look at the third movie, that's horrible. Hagrid went to Azkaban. Good job, Dumbledore.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are definitely some plot holes in that movie that are undeniable. But I just feel like the nostalgia. I have just as much nostalgia for the second movie, I think, as the first movie. So a little bit more quality in filmmaking. Yes, it's very long and meandering, and it takes a little while to get to. But I don't know. I just have to bump it up a little bit higher. There's just something I enjoy about the movie, like all the way through. It's goofy and stupid, but it's fun.
No,
And sometimes you just need that. You know, maybe on a different day it'd be like my least favorite movie, but I don't know. I'm in a good mood, I guess.
no hate whatsoever. I am personally in love with the snake and Dobby. He's one of my favorite
introduction
characters
to
that
one of
come
the
in
best
here.
characters. Yes,
But I still, I guess, I don't know, had to go a little bit lower because of plot holes.
mm-hmm.
I love them all, but it's got to go somewhere.
Right? Yeah, for sure. I mean, they introduced Dobby, Lucius Malfoy, the goofy retarded teacher.
I love it.
Like, it's so much fun. Like,
it's great.
Like the melting of the arm and like it's undeniably just from start to end fun.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really hate. That's why I have it ranked so high.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I have it ranked number 4.
Number 4, I've got it number 5.
Number 5. So we're pretty much on the same board here, right?
Yeah.
Right smack dab in the middle, which is probably a super unpopular opinion. I know this is a lot of people's favorite movie, which I get. Great new director, cool, unbelievable imagery. Like the tonal shift from like super childlike to starting to get into this dark creepiness. So much fun.
For me, I was in love with mostly the creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say.
Yeah,
but,
the hippogriff and the werewolf and
Annie Magus. Dude, I want to turn into an Annie Magus. I want to be a dog. How cool would that be? I guess I'm just weird though.
Yeah,
but
and the Death Eater things and just all these gothic, cool, like dark things just got introduced to the world. And I think the reason I have it ranked lower is because when we were watching them in order, it was a little jarring. Like it was like, oh, we're having so much fun. We're kids and Harry kills a snake and now everything's creepy and dark and slimy and disgusting. And it's okay, cool. Like on a different day, I might rank it higher if I was just watching the movie by myself. But it was a weird tonal shift. It kind of was jarring. I didn't like it.
Oh, yeah. And where did the time travel come from? Why are we, no hate. It's great, but why? And why are we just throwing in it at the end? Like, don't get me wrong. There's hints to Hermione doing it through the whole time.
There's actually really
very
good
great hints. Very great hints. But why? And I absolutely love that Draco got punched.
Yeah, one of the
so
most satisfying scenes. I think that's better than Voldemort dying. Like just seeing Draco get punched and then cry and perfect. But yeah, and back to the time travel. Yeah, anytime you introduce time travel, even though it was done pretty well in this movie, but I don't know who gave you the time travel thing. I think it was Dumbledore, but he gave it to you so you could go to more classes. Dumbledore has time travel and he's helping Hermione take more classes. How about you save the world and go get rid of Tom Riddle and all his Horcruxes and stop him? Keep Harry's parents alive. You can't just.
But and with that in mind, the twins have the Marauders map. Why are they not saying anything about their brother running around with some dude named Peter?
Sleeping in the same bed.
Sleeping in the same bed, following him around the castle. Why is Ron with some guy named Peter all the time?
I've never met Peter.
Who's Peter?
Who the hell's Peter? Ron, do you have a Peter you're not telling us about? So I guess kind of the point we're coming to as we're talking about this is there's a lot of plot holes in the first few movies, maybe all of them. Can't hate. They're so much fun, but if you try and dissect these, oh boy.
Great stories, lots of plot holes.
So yeah, sorry we didn't put the Azkaban at number 1, but maybe on a different day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Still great. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Number 6 for me.
Number 4 for me. Used to be my top favorite, but I honestly think it was just because I was younger and my overwhelming love for dragons and mermaids, which they did pretty awesome, gotta say.
Right, you got yeah, for sure. There are definitely some positives about the movie. Even though I have it number 6, there's there's all these different games and competitions. You get introduced to all these new characters. I'm pretty sure it's Luna's introduction to the series. One of the greatest just background characters ever. She's adorably awesome.
I love Luna.
And yeah, these new schools, and yeah, it's a ton of fun.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But at the same time, there is just this moodiness and angst among our trio of our favorite characters, which we'll get to later. Is not my favorite to see these characters fight. I like it when they're getting along. I know some people like to see something different and watch the characters clash, but no, it was so irritating to watch for the 2.5 hours. Like, will you guys just talk? Literally, just have a conversation. You'll solve all your problems. You guys are being so dumb.
You guys are best friends. Come on now.
You guys have saved the world.
Numerous times. Well, at least the school anyways.
Yeah, so, yeah. Like we've said before, the difference between 1 and 8, let alone 1 and 6, is not much, but it's just, it's not my favorite movie to watch. It's cool. You got this increasing darkness. The end of the movie is amazing. You finally get to see Voldemort.
Oh, God, yeah.
But, yeah, it's just not the funnest to watch. I feel like I have to get through 2 hours of to get to the coolness at the end.
The new character, Luna, and some new ones, and
you got Eyeball Man that pops in, and that twist,
Mad Eye Moody.
That twist is actually so good. I did not see that coming. I didn't remember that, so that was a treat for sure. But yeah, it's just kind of a moody fest. I don't need a moody fest. The world's a moody fest. Can I get a little bit of happiness?
And it's not even a moody fest. It's a potion fest.
That's great.
Now, just so you guys know, as we keep going and moving along, we'd love to hear your comments and inputs and all of your rankings on all these movies. Drop us a comment.
Let us know if you disagree or agree, or just, leave your own rankings down below. Yeah. We would love to know what you guys think.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Now, for me, this was ranked number 1. Because, come on. It's Dumbledore's army, room of requirement. They're all getting along. You actually see a lot of spells happening here. There's way more magic going on. Plus, you have the love to hate villain.
That's funny. I had a feeling you would put this one number 1, and I am right there with you. We both had a lot of fun watching this movie. Like, I feel like it definitely has the best story of all of them. Like, it's a focused story of we are building Dumbledore's army from start to finish. It's so satisfying. There's great funny moments. It has the best blend of the childlike and the darkness that Goblet and Azkaban kind of failed to capture in one package.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The scene of the twins leaving the school is probably I don't want to say the greatest moment of the franchise, but it's pretty darn good. It made me smile so much.
So, as well as Dumbledore's army, we have the wonderful Order of the Phoenix and Sirius Black's cool-ass house. Come on now. The entire building comes apart. What? That is so cool. I want one.
Yep, and his death at the end of the movie after the introduction of probably the worst character of the series, Bellatrix, whatever the hell, Helena Bonham Carter's character.
Arguably worse than Voldemort.
The fact this movie just ends on such a gut punch. It's just next one, let's go. We are not slowing down now. I need to figure out what the hell happens. We need to get her. We need to get Voldemort. This movie just is uplifting and satisfying, and it ends with this cliffhanger that is just it's not an irritating cliffhanger. It's I want more cliffhanger.
Ramps you up, makes you keep going, makes you really want the next movie.
So I don't know if any of the other movies could top this number 1 for me. It's a pretty solid number 1.
For sure.
Could change, but very unlikely.
Probably not.
Cool. So in total agreement there, right?
Number
1.
Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Ooh is right. I have this one as a boo 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 at number 7.
For me, it's my number 8.
Is it your least favorite?
Yeah.
Like this movie just doesn't quite live up to the level of fun and darkness and serious impactfulness as the rest of the movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was Order of the Phoenix, so great. And then we go to the first hour and a half of the movie. I'm sitting there staring at the stream going, what are we doing?
Right.
Now what?
Yeah, we just set up the Order of the Phoenix, and now we're just we're going to school. Dumbledore won't talk to Harry or do anything. No. We're just kind of waiting for stuff to happen. Ron's good at Quidditch. That's cool. That was amazing to see. But yeah, like, where's the impactful storyness? Yeah, the storyness. Yeah, where's the storyness?
Yeah. And then Dumbledore dies, and nobody even gives him a funeral. Mm-hmm. It's just a wand light vigil. I mean, I feel like he's got more people supporting him and wanting to be there for him than just the school. Mm-hmm. Where's all the outside wizards and everybody else who loved him?
Right. No, the papers have been trashing him for years. Nobody likes Dumbledore. Whatever. But yeah, the end of this movie is absolutely amazing, but it just feels like the lead up, the first 2 hours, 15 minutes are just kind of waiting for, Voldemort's out there. Let's go do something.
Yeah.
I mean, we should probably do something.
Yeah.
I said, Dumbledore, we should probably do something.
Let's go.
Uh-huh. You set up this army. We spent the whole last movie fighting to get your job back, and you're just going to do nothing?
I'm just going to roll over and
die. Literally. Yeah.
It's very disappointing.
Mm-hmm. Not my favorite movie. That's for sure.
I love you, Dumbledore. You weren't supposed to just go out like that, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Definitely the lower tier of the Harry Potter movies. Yeah. Undeniably.
Mm-hmm. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 1.
Now, this is my number 8.
For me, it's my number 7.
Mm-hmm. I put it behind Half-Blood Prince because it's basically got all the same points as the last movie. It's literally too dark. There's this grain over the movie that just makes everything look weird. But it doesn't have that cool ass ending of Snape and Dumbledore and Harry and drinking of the potions and getting of the Horcrux. It's just kind of a blah. Let's set up the second movie. Waiting. Come on. I mean, it's fun, but it's not my favorite for sure.
No, and
far from it.
I got so upset when you finally throw Dobby in. Dobby is finally a kick-ass dude. I mean, come on now. He finally gets to do whatever he wants to do and be there for Harry Potter, and then he dies.
Bellatrix kills him.
I hate
the worst
her.
Character.
I hate her so much. It's just Dobby.
And the kids this whole movie are wearing this necklace that is just making them evil and moody again, which I don't like to see them fighting. So it's just irritating watching them just be pissed off and dark and have a conversation and be like, put the necklace in the bag, get rid of this shit.
Why are we not putting the necklass in wrapping it in a cloth and putting it in this endless bag?
We must wear it on our necks at all times
and get cranky.
Retarded. It's like Frodo wearing the ring the whole movie. It makes you crazy. Take it off, dude. Ron wore it for like 20 minutes straight in the movie. No wonder he took off and disappeared. So yeah, not my favorite movie. I'm not in a big rush to go back and rewatch this one.
Still a good movie, though. I personally like some of the details, and you can't hate on some sword Horcrux killing action. But
yeah, and you can't have part 2 without part 1. So you got to pay the respects. I just wish they would have maybe combined the 2 movies, focused them down.
Gave it a little bit more oomph. Why can't we have 2 Horcrux or 3 Horcruxes destroyed in part 1 and then not leave so much to part 2?
Yeah. Not our favorite.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Ooh.
Number 2 for me.
Number 2 for me, too.
Is it? Total agreement here. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Our number 1 and 2 are the same. But yeah, I feel like this movie just has some of the best payoff of any of the movies. Like, I feel like they rushed the ending a little bit, which is why it's not number one for me. But for the most part, it seems like every character in the story had a satisfying conclusion to their story.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't left like wanting more.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And it wasn't just a satisfying ending to part 2. It wasn't just a wrap up to part 2. It was a nice, holy, whoa, this is everything that we've been building up to all other 7 movies, and we finally get to see it all come to a conclusion. And boy, they don't disappoint. Miss Weasley finally gets to be, oh wow, come on, kill Bellatrix, good job, girl. Neville gets to be a badass. I mean, everybody gets their turn to step up and have
except for
be a part of it.
Except for Hagrid,
but he got to carry Harry back, and he was.
That's true. He had his moment.
He had his moment.
Just not a. It was a sad moment, I guess.
It was a very sad moment. I wish Hagrid was more of an oomph, but you can't have oomph to every character.
But yeah, for the most part, the action was great. Just everything about this movie, from like the start to the beginning, the start to the beginning. That makes no sense. Yeah, it seemed like every moment of this movie, from the start to the end, was just nonstop, satisfying. Let's just keep going. Please don't stop. This movie could have been like 4 hours long. I feel like I wouldn't have complained.
I feel like because though they tried to pack so much into this movie, it was a little rushed. I feel like they could, if they put a little bit more in part 1, it wouldn't have all had to be so crammed, and we could have had maybe a longer battle scene or something. I feel like it was just a little bit rushed. And why in the world is Malfoy not getting in trouble?
Yeah, he just gets to grow up and have a kid and send him off to Hogwarts like no big deal. Like, you didn't try and destroy the school once.
Gets off scot-free. You didn't try to like destroy everybody once. Right. No problem. You're good.
He's got that daddy money. Just made a donation to the school.
And why is Hermione not a teacher at Hogwarts at the end of this?
Right? That'd been so cool. Ron's the Quidditch coach or something. Might have been far out.
For sure.
But who knows? Lucius is probably the new dark arts teacher, according to J.K. Rowling's fucking...
Who knows?
It's always someone evil.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just seemed like the end of this movie, it could have been like 5 minutes longer. Like, give me just a couple more minutes with the characters all grown up. Like, what do they all do for a living? Like, are they happy? Like, I don't know. Give me just a couple more minutes. I've spent how many hours watching these movies? Give me like, pull a Lord of the Rings and have a 15-minute montage of like all the characters. I don't care. I've been through them. I got this far.
Oh, yeah. It's 8 movies.
Give me something.
We love them all. Come on.
But
all in all, they're all great movies, though. Can't really hate too much on any of them.
Yep. And I know we didn't do the Fantastic Beasts movies, the new Harry Potter movies, but we'll do those in a future review. Maybe include them in our rankings of all these movies, see how they fit into the groove. But for the most part, this was a lot of fun, guys. Like and comment. Let us know what you think down below. We'd really appreciate it. We love to know what everyone else thinks. It's always fun hearing other people's opinions.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Let us know, please.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Have a good one.